Are you selling your home? Do you want to know some cheap ways to increase your home value? Well, that's today's topic, so grab a drink or a snack and join me for a few minutes to learn more. I'm Lillian Morrow, a realtor with John L. Scott Real Estate in Puyallup, Washington. Before we get started, I wanted to thank those of you who have subscribed to my channel and welcome you back. And if you have just found me, please do subscribe and click the little bell to get notified when new videos are released. So my drink of choice today is Diet Coke. It's actually my drink of choice any day. It's my version of coffee, and some people think I'm weird for not liking coffee, especially since I'm from an area so close to where Starbucks originated, but I just never got the taste of it. I started drinking Diet Coke in high school, and here I am today. Anyway, let's talk about how you can increase the value of your home without spending a fortune to do it. I'll share a few inexpensive ways to help you get the best price for your home when you sell it. A good preliminary step is to talk with a realtor and have them visit your home so that they can offer specific suggestions that may work for you. But in this video, we'll talk about some basic, cheap ways that will help make your home look more appealing to buyers. So number one is clean and declutter everything you can. Cleaning is the simplest and most effective step to staging your home. You don't want potential buyers that come to look at your home to have to try to see past all your stuff before they can envision themselves living there. So pack up what you don't need on a daily basis and clean, clean, clean. Most buyers don't want to feel like they have to clean the house from top to bottom before they can move in. One thing I've noticed that many home sellers miss during the cleaning is cobwebs in the corners and the light fixtures, especially those that are in the vaulted areas of the home that are difficult to reach. So try not to forget about those. If it's out of reach and a ladder is unsafe, there are extension pole dusters available. I actually bought one myself last summer on Amazon, and it wasn't outrageously expensive. You could also ask around, maybe someone you know has one that you could borrow. Before I got my extension pole, a technique that I used was to bundle up a towel, and sometimes I'd tie it in a knot, kind of make it a little more firm, and then I would toss it up to the area where the cobwebs were. I admit it didn't always work the best, as I don't have the best aim, and you need to be careful of anything you could break when your towel bundle is going up or down. But I did have some success with it. But it's much easier with the extension pole duster. And mine even has a squeegee attachment to help with cleaning windows that are out of reach. So it was a really good investment for me. Speaking of windows, that's another thing that seems to get missed. Maybe it's just me, but when I walk into a home that looks spotless except for the dirty windows, they just seem to stand out. And I don't think anyone really likes to clean windows. I know I don't, but it can make a difference, and it might even just let more light in to make your home feel lighter and brighter. Part of your cleaning should also include the flooring. If you have carpets, cleaned and freshened carpets look much nicer than if they are matted down and visually dirty and stained. If professional cleaning is too expensive, you can still rent carpet cleaning machines and do it yourself. Or maybe you have your own machine to do it. No matter what type of flooring you have, it will go a long way to clean it well and keep it clean during the time your house is listed for sale. And don't forget to wipe down the baseboards too, those can get really grimy. Okay, now that I've beat the topic of cleaning to death, number two is to freshen up the interior paint. When you take the pictures off your wall, can you tell that they've been there because there's kind of a dirt frame around them? Or are there grimy smudge marks near all the light switches or on the corners of your house? Or do you have that dark colored accent wall that was in style some years ago, but not so much today? When you're living in a home and you see these things every day, you may not even notice them. But paint does fade and gets dingy from normal life, and styles do change. A new coat of paint is an inexpensive way to update your home to make it look more attractive to buyers. Light, neutral colors work best, and while they might seem a little boring, colors like white, off-white, gray, beige, and taupe are solid choices. You don't necessarily have to repaint every room in the house, but if you paint those that really need it or those whose issues are most noticeable, it can make a big difference in helping to make your walls look fresh and new. It gives the buyers a clean slate to work with. Number three is freshen up your landscaping. So walk out to the curb, sidewalk, or whatever is at the front edge of your yard and take an objective look at the yard and the house. Try to pretend you don't live there. What do you see? Could it use a little help? Does it need basic maintenance and pruning? Could it use some new mulch or bark in the flower beds to spruce them up? Would it help to add some brightly colored potted plants and flowers near the entry? What about the siding? Is the paint dirty and dingy and could use a cleaning? A common issue we see here in the Puget Sound area is moss on the roof. So does your roof need a cleaning, or are there weeds growing out of your gutters that should be removed? Doing any or all of these things can increase the curb appeal of your home. You want your yard to look inviting so that potential buyers will want to come in and see the inside too. Now walk around to the backyard. Does your deck or fence need a pressure wash or a new stain? Do your flower beds need weeding and mulch back there too? To keep costs lower, you could do many of these things yourself, but if you don't have the time or the energy to do them, or it's unsafe to do so, like cleaning the roof, these may be tasks that you can hire out for a few $100s. It is an expense, but probably worth it to boost your curb appeal. You don't have to spend thousands to completely re-landscape, but tidying up your existing landscaping will have a positive impact on the first impression buyers have of your home. Number 4 is to make minor updates in the kitchen. Kitchens have become one of the most important rooms in the house, especially when you entertain. I mean, that's where all the food and drink are after all. Does your kitchen need some updating, but major changes are out of reach? Well, maybe you could just add some hardware to the cabinets if they don't already have it, or update what's already there if it's a bit outdated. There is a cost to each of these options, but much cheaper than replacing all of the cabinets. Are your appliances old and shabby and only work when they want to? Again, it might be a bit more to replace those things, but it may not be as pricey as you think, and some appliance stores have package deals that might be worth looking into. If that isn't an option, be sure to clean the appliances you do have really well, and don't forget the inside of the oven if it will be staying with the house. People do look. How about your kitchen faucet? Is it old and outdated and leaky? If it would look okay just to replace the faucet, to update things a bit, that might be an option. And what about your kitchen counters? Are they cluttered with things like your air fryer, toaster, coffee pot, rice cooker, panini press, whatever, etc., etc.? We all seem to have a long list of small kitchen appliances these days. The more of these items you can put away while you're selling your home, the better. It will help the buyers see the true counter space that they have to work with, and will make your kitchen seem larger. Number 5 is to store stuff off-site if possible. So you've cleaned and decluttered, and now you have a bunch of stuff that you don't need on a daily basis. What do you do with it? Well, if you no longer need it at all, consider having a yard sale or donate it. If there are items you would like to take with you to your new home when you move, you could look into renting a storage unit or storage pods, or maybe you even have a friend or family member that has an extra room that you could use short term. Worst case, you could pack them up and stack them neatly in the corner of the garage, or maybe in a specific spare bedroom to get it out of sight the best you can. Well, there you have it, a few cheap things that you can do to add value to your home. Do one or do them all, but if you only do one of them, I recommend number 1, clean and declutter both inside and outside your home. Would you rather see this when you drive up to look at a home for sale, or this? And when you walk inside, would you rather see this or this? Just some examples of the impact of doing a few of these things. For a few more suggestions, click the link for the Prepping Your Home for Sale resource in my video description below. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great week.